Don't think she won't. A serious comedy by George Freak. Written in May 2020. And the characters are Harold Blanders, a lawyer, burly in his 50s. This fucking burping has come out again. Carol Blanders, his attractive wife, college friend of David's, in her 40s. David Hicks, an insurance agent in her 40s. So, two guys and one girl. Two girls, one cup, maybe. I don't know. The place, Harold and Carol's living room. The time is recently. Oh, well, it is 2020, so COVID? So. Okay, next. Cole Porter's Let's Misbehave is playing. Carol and David are hugging. Ooh, as they break. It's so good to see you. It's good to see you. You look. My God, what happened to you? Thanks a lot. That wasn't really an insult, sweetheart. You just look different. Well, we all change, I know. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can read along. Here we go. Too zoomed in. Okay. But we all change, I know. That's true. I'm sure I don't look great either, do I? You haven't changed too much. Thanks, I think. You know, suddenly I'd really like a drink. But I suppose I should wait for my husband. I'm looking forward to meeting the man you married. I'm not going to tell you what he's like. You'll have to make up your own mind about that. You used to be perceptive. Are you still perceptive? That's a good question. Don't let him fool you. Will he try to do that? He's a lawyer. I won't ask what you mean by that. He used to be quite funny. Are you still funny? I'm still odd. Oh, that was a good one. I didn't even try. You know, I haven't had a good laugh in years. I mean, a really good laugh. Nobody I know is funny. You had this dry sense of humor. It cracked me up. I've really missed that sense of humor of yours. I've missed a lot of things, but I haven't realized it. Seeing you brings it all back. Oh, God, it's so wonderful you've come to sell Harold a life insurance policy. When do you expect your husband? Oh my, any minute now. He's on his way as we speak. I'll be right back. You took me by surprise. I must just look awful. Just awful. I need to fix myself up. What about your husband? Now don't be too sarcastic with him. He's very sensitive. Carol exits quickly. After a minute, Harold enters. Oh my. Taysumi, how about I be Bane and you be Batman? I take out your back. What if I be the Bane to your Batman and break your back on top of you? There you go. Okay, aha, you must be David. Now what have you and my wife have been up to? How do you do? You must be Harold. Now what have you done with my wife, eh? She's getting dressed. I mean, she's changing her clothes. It's nice to meet you, Mr. Blanders. And you're this David I've heard so much about. Let me tell you, it's been David this and David that until I was getting damn sick of it. So now I finally meet you. I expect you to be overwhelmed, but you don't look too intimidating. How do I strike you? Now be honest, mind you. I've put on a few pounds, but people say it becomes me. Carol loves it. Tell me again, why are you here? The insurance policy. Ah, yes, the insurance. Right. Insurance. Right. Tell me something, will you, Dave? Do you mind if I call you Dave? But why not? Tell me about life insurance. I mean, at bottom, when you get right down to it, what the hell do I need it for? Well, it's protection. I mean, I'll be dead, so who does it protect? It is a guarantee that your loved ones will be protected, Harold, that they will be secure in their old age. You can feel comfortable that they will be safe and well provided for. Suppose I don't want them to be secure. Suppose I want them to work and struggle against the odds, the way I had to. Well, you can change the beneficiaries at any time. I could go into great detail if you'd like me to discuss all this with you right now. After all, that's what I'm here for, to make sure you're happy with the policy. Any questions you might have? I'm gonna have a drink, Davy. Boy, I needed that. Have you ever felt like you needed a drink? I mean, you really needed the doggone thing. Um, about policy, Mr. Blanders. Call me Harold. What would you like to drink, Davy? Nothing for me, thanks anyway. I really think you'd better have something. We're waiting for Carol to make herself beautiful. Might take a while. You think so? I didn't mean that the way it sounded. I meant she could keep us waiting a while. You know women. I'm not sure I do. Now that's a subject. What I don't know about women? What do any of us know about them? I could write a book on what I don't know about them, starting with my wife. Well, if you write it, I'll be happy to read it. What is this conversation? Hello, any straight man want to explain to me what this is about right now? I'm so confused. Oh my god. Like, you wouldn't learn anything from it, Davy, because I don't know anything about them. You know, I think I will take one of whatever you're drinking. Good man. You know, my father used to have a saying about women. What was it? I can't for the life of me remember. It was probably ridiculous. Oh my god, he's acting kind of like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, isn't he? And it's probably best forgotten anyway. You're absolutely right. One for you. My father, in fact, was a ridiculous man. Something of an idiot, I'm sorry to say. But yet he was a good man. In fact, he was a wonderful man. I'm having scotch. Yes, dear old dad was a diamond in the rough. A diamond, but very much in the rough. Oh my god, I can just see this guy playing. Oh my god. How so? I'll be frank with you, Dave. I want you to be. He was a nitwit. Well, there are worse faults. Now, my mother. But we don't want to get into her. That would bust your buttons. She's still alive. Let's leave her in peace. And I guess she's not. She died in a hunting accident. It's funny because she never hunted. I don't know how Dad talked her into it. Anyway, she never came back. Dad swore it was an accident. Naturally, Dad was broken up about it, but he got over it. More power to him. He had a rough couple days. How's your drink? I hope it's not too weak. No, look, about this life insurance policy, while we're waiting for Carol, why don't I just fill you in on the salient points? Oh, no, not just yet. You know, this is a little game Carol plays, just making us wait. She thinks if she takes long enough, I'll get angry. You mean she wants you to become angry? Come on, you know how this works. If I get angry, then that shows weakness. And if I show weakness, it gives her the upper hand. I'm sure you've seen her play that game. No. Jesus. What is this combo? Then you see, she forgives me and we make up. Oh boy, that's the fun part. But I'm sure I don't have to tell you. No, I mean, you don't have to. I mean, I wouldn't know. Nonsense, man. You know Carol. We simply knew each other in college years ago. Many years ago. Oh boy, many years ago. And she thought a lot of you. She's told me that. She has? I'm surprised. Why would that surprise you? Well, I wasn't that important. Look, Davy, can I give you some advice? Yes, alright. What is this? Oh my god, when's Carol coming in? Well, what I want to tell you is this. Don't sell yourself short. You have to think of yourself as a unique human being, as an individual. Don't ever forget that. You are important. And tell me this, Dave. Without a sense of your own importance, what are you? You are unimportant, man. And that's not something you want to be. If you suddenly cease to believe in your own importance, well, good God, who else can believe in you? Oh my God. What is this pep talk? I see what you're saying. Not, of course, that any of us is actually important in this hideous, vast, ice-cold universe. But we need to maintain the illusion, don't we? Now, isn't that a depressing thought? Listen, Davy boy, I really like you. Thank you, Harold. I mean that. There's nothing phony about me. I'm sure you can see that. You're very sharp. I'll be honest. I didn't expect to like you. Frankly, when Kara told me you were coming over, I literally blew a gasket. I mean, what would you think? Here I'm expecting this creepy sad sack she knew back in college who is now reduced to selling goddamn insurance. I expected some pathetic sniveling creature, meek as a little mouse, begging a handout from an old friend because he'd fallen on bad times. That was my expectation. Be honest, can you blame me? What is this guy? What is this straight ass fucking man doing here? Oh my god. I guess not seeing from from that perspective. But then I find you confident, sure of yourself, in command of the situation. So then about this policy, Harold. Whoa, let's not push it, boyo. I like a man with self-confidence and drive, but that sort of thing can go too far. There's something to be said for old-fashioned courtesy. And if you're the man I think you are, you'll agree with me on that. So American! White American man! Oh my god! What is that? I can't believe this shit. I can't believe this shit exists. Can't believe this kind of person exists. Okay. Yes, I do, in fact. If I can say it, my father used to have a saying about courtesy. So you remember your old man, do you? I find it admirable. My father was a wonderful man himself. He drank a lot. In fact, he drank like a fish. It cost us some rather embarrassing moments now and then. In fact, I once tried to kill the old devil. Of course, it was my mother's idea. But it never got off the ground. Thank heaven for that, because in the end, old Pop was a pretty decent sort. In fact, it was Mom I came to loathe. Oh my. I think I actually could have done her in a second. Oh no. Of course, I'm embarrassed to admit that, and I did learn a lot from her. She was a professor of law at a major university. But what she really taught me was about was women. I learned all about womankind from that dear old mom of mine. Well, here she is. Man, what the fuck is with this hypocrisy? You just said earlier you knew nothing about women, you fucking bitch. Oh my god. Don't make me use my southern accent on ya. My god, I can only imagine this fucking Harold guy has a southern accent. Oh my god, and in another life he would have been named George. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Would you like to try reading Harold? Oh wow, I need a drink. Okay. Hello everyone. I think I'll have one of those, alright? Alright, my love. Another scotch coming right up. You certainly look wonderful, Carol. Doesn't she? I could eat her sometimes. Literally eat her right up. Take that for what it's worth, Davy. I mean, she hasn't changed since I last saw her. It was only 5 minutes ago. I meant, she hasn't changed, has she? So tell me, has Davy changed? Oh boy. Yes, I'd say he has. How has he changed? I hate to be brutally honest, but I find it odd he's selling insurance. I mean, we all thought David would become a famous artist. He was bright, he was talented, he was sensitive. Well now, ho. So old Davy was sensitive, was he? Oh no, I wasn't all that sensitive. Don't be ashamed of it, man. If I may, I'd like to say something about the sensitivity business. As a lawyer, I think I know something about it. I mean, I have to deal with clients. They are human beings, and they are often human beings in emotional distress. Oh, the burp's coming out again. And I have to minister to their emotional distress, so I can tell you I have learned something about this sensitivity rubbish. That was crude. I don't know if I can even keep this up anymore. Oh my god. As a matter of fact, I did go to art school for a couple of years, but in the end I had to give it up. Oh my, I think that's a terrible shame. It was a terrible waste of your talent and sensitivity. Why did you leave? There were many factors involved. Oh boy, I'm afraid you've upset her, Davy. That wasn't nice. You know what? You probably need another drink. He reaches for her glass and knocks her drink all over her. Oh no. For heaven's sake, look what you've done, you bull. Oh damn, I'm really sorry, sweetheart. Why are they British now? What the fuck? Will you please excuse me? That was... Oh shit, I'm sorry. I hit my mic. I'm so sorry about that. That was clumsy of me. I wish you hadn't upset her, Dave. I'm really sorry, but listen, Harold. May I call you Harold? Of course, Davy. What else? What the fuck? Why? I can't even decide. I can't decide on like a character for these guys. I'm like, huh? Well, look, I was just wondering, do you think we could discuss the policy now? I mean, it's clear you love your wife very much. You are thinking of taking out a very large life insurance policy to provide for her, if, God forbid, anything should happen to you. You're right. I do love her very much. I mean, she is beautiful. She's charming. She's caring, and she's witty. Can you think of anything I missed? Who the hell wouldn't love her, man? Everyone would. I mean, based on what you said. Of course, as you know, she has her faults. Well, they say no one is perfect. I wonder who coined that expression. Maybe you can tell me. It was probably some woman talking about men, don't you think? But these are rather serious faults, if you know what I mean. No, I think you're putting me on. Oh, yes, Davy boy. In fact, when I first met her, she was something of a tramp. What? Now I know you're putting me on. What? I can't. I don't know how to act like a man like this. You don't know that? I'm afraid there's no other way to put it. Back in those days, she gave a tumble to anything in pants. You wouldn't believe some of the creatures she took to. In my opinion, some of them were barely human. It upset me greatly. The thing is, I couldn't understand why such a lovely woman would waste her time, much less become intimate with such miserable specimens of humanity. Of course, it did make her more appealing in some ways. I'm sure you're just putting me on. I asked myself why she did it. You know what I have decided? What? I decided it was pity. That's right. I decided she must feel charitable towards such wretched lowlifes. But I also felt that charity had its limits. I really find this hard to believe, Harold. Oh, but the story has a happy ending. So you are just pulling my leg after all. I think, oh, we're almost finished. Oh my god. Oh no. The happy ending is that when we married, all that trouble ended. The joy of married life. Of married life with me. All I can, if I can boast a little, cured whatever it was caused her promiscuity. You might say, if you'll excuse the vernacular, that I scratched her itch. Yes, that's right, and our happiness is now such that I can safely say she has never since felt the desire to roam. I'm glad to hear that, Harold. And if I may say so, you're a lucky man. You think you have to tell me that, Davy? No, sorry. How about you? What do you mean? How lucky are you? Oh, you mean my love life? Actually, at the moment, the girl I've been seeing, well, we're temporarily not seeing each other. There are some problems, but I'm confident things will work out. Don't get too confident. No? Oh no. To become overconfident is to lose sight of reality, and you never want to lose sight of reality, Davy. Let me tell you, I once knew a man who lost sight of reality. And that's the end of the script. Oh my god. That's the end of the preview. That is actually a very long preview. What? That was a whole ass pointless conversation. What the fuck was that? My god. Oh my lord. Oh man. Oh man, that was kind of exhausting. Whew. Could do with a little bit of editing. That was like a lot. I mean, I guess that was the point of the character. Oh man, but nice script.